Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with more Men of Yoshiwara Ohgiya with Asagiri. We're doing extras today. I almost said the wrong game name. But we're back. We're going to be doing the sequel, the date scenario, and the gallery. As you guys knew. Hopefully, they're pretty good. I have high hopes for them. And let's see, no, on this one, our dating scenarios are usually kind of steamy. As to Destiny's Princess, where the date scenarios are kind of like out there in so many ways. So let's see what happens. Sequel time. Candied apple. Ooh, are you gonna be candier too? Asagiri's parents and my mother had talked about our relationship. This seems like happy ending? Though I suppose you could have met them after a super happy ending. Maybe. No, this is after happy ending. The verdict? We could marry after having an official relationship. And about a month since then, Asagiri went to the mainland to see his parents. My is certainly different from the island. Of course it is. The island's rather shut off from the mainland, after all. Asagiri, the ground is so hard. It's called asphalt. Asphalt? What? Oh, Asagiri, what's that? That's a train. A rather handy vehicle. A train. The buildings are really tall, too. Oh, Kaze, you're like a child out here. Eyes shining full of curiosity. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. That was unbecoming. Oh, that's all right. It's not every day I get to see you so unbound. I puffed my cheeks at him. Though I had to admit it, I just got a little excited. Everything seemed so highly developed, like I had stepped into the future. And it was all so beautiful. I couldn't believe we were in the same country. Oh, I know. Before we see our parents, I'll take you somewhere I think you'll like. Where to? The country's first department store, Minakoshi. Department store? It's a big kind of store. It sells everything from clothes to shoes. Other stuff, too. Oh, my. And when I stormed into Minokoshi's store, all eager, there's just so much to take in that I can't wrap my mind around all of it. The sheer volume of the merchandise, the way it was sold, the crowds of people, everything was so new to me that excitement accompanied my confusion. What surprised me most was the fact that all the merchandise had tags with the prices on them. As unbelievable as it sounded, you could tell how much a product was just by looking at it, meaning the people of any station would have no trouble in buying what they wished. Could that be anything more revolutionary? It certainly is a busy place, huh? How scary. I realized that I and the island must change. I'm really glad that I came here. Thank you very much. Hey now, no need to be all formal. This is truly informative. Well, I'm glad I could help then. With a satisfied smile, he touched my hair. Then a slight touch of his scent flowed from his sleeve. My expression softened too. A kiss in a family will probably change too. Though I really like the feel of the island. But is it not time for the island to change? It probably is, but that's a little sad. You're sad to see it change, Asagiri. Of course I am. Because I love this unique feel, the way it keeps on being old-fashioned. That is pretty nice. But I also love your sense, your intelligence. I'll help however I can. Even if that destroys the old-fashioned ways of the island you love so much. Now, that's a tough one, but people won't change. People who live on the island, they'll stay the same. You're right. And sometimes I can't escape the idea. If the island keeps ignoring the times, it might be a kid left behind, and that'll be the end of that. What do you mean? Staying the same is the same as degenerating. I love how easy and comfortable the island is, but I wouldn't want to lose it. The island you always lived on, the island I loved. Oh, Asagiri, the man before me, the man I loved. The thought hit me again. How wonderful he is. He really loved the island and I from the bottom of his heart. And he taught me all sorts of fascinating, appealing things. Well, let's get going to my house then. Let's. As my heart pounded in excitement, I nodded my agreement. When we got to Asagiri's house, we were led to a splendid living room. That was actually a chair. His parents greeted us far more gentle expressions than we had first met them. It must have been a large journey, Kaze. I think you mean long, not large. It was, but I'm truly glad to have made it here. Kaze here seems to have taken quite a real liking to the mainland. Now that's ironic after you've hated this place and ran away. No need to jump on me like that. I've grown up a little. You have? How so? Well, I want to work now. Actually work. Oh my, and you used to be such a slouch. I was, lazy, hedonistic. But thanks to that, I ran off to an island and met Kaze. So, it wasn't all bad then. Though I want to tell you just how much you put your mother through, leaving like that. Oh, you needn't press him, dear. We're finally back together. Nothing needs to be said. And besides, he's come home with such a fetching young lady. Mother, I still have much to learn, but I tend to make the kitsune business thrive. Asagiri, too, he's deeply connected to the store. It has truly helped us in a great deal. Oh my, what a diligent young lady. And to think my child would be of such use. He's a wonderful man. Oh my. Mother, the woman of the island, well, it's all women, so everyone's a little like her. But Kaze is the most diligent of all, smart enough to manage the entire store. Looks like they both think the world of each other. Father, who has been taking a reluctant face, suddenly burst out laughing. The way his eyes narrowed when he laughed looked so much like Asagiri's that my heart leapt. That's when I felt a strange joy. They really were father and son. Asagiri. What is it? When we have a child, that'll make us mother and father, right? Huh? I mean, just like you have your parents here, so will our child. Since I spelled it out for him, Asagiri finally let out an O for understanding. You're right. What a wonderful thing that will be. Asagiri softly put his hand on top of mine. Filled with happiness, I looked from my hand on mine to his face and back again. You two certainly look pleased with each other. Of course we are. We're really happy. Aren't you happy too, Mother? Married and in love. Well, oh. His parents' eyes went red with embarrassment. How do your eyes go red with embarrassment? I think you mean face. I hope. Or your demons. Seeing that, Asagiri chuckled. Since we're here, how about I help with work before heading home? Asagiri made a sudden suggestion. With that, we were to sell candy sculptures to children on the road, but say, are you selling candy? Can I have one? My, what an interesting candier. For some reason, all our customers were women. Now I knew Asagiri is handsome, but this was just too much. My, what a handsome man. I'd love to hear what flavor you recommend. Flavor. What about strawberry? Red suits you. My. Oh, please, pick a color that suits me too. Well, for you. Now, whether Asagiri still had courtesan in him, or it was simply his personality, the only words he had for the female customers were sweet ones. Yeah, so you don't need to puff your cheeks like that. It'll ruin your face. I wish I had helped you with your family's business, but it seems I'm unneeded. What do you mean? Of course I need you. Well, it seems you're attracting more than enough customers by yourself. But I'm not with you. There's no point. That's not what it looks like to me. Really now, you know, Kaze. Yes? You get a lot more jealous than I thought. Hearing it sound like that, he had a point. I was not acting very becoming. It seemed like I had been a little off since coming to the mainland. Well, everyone's so beautiful, so glamorous. And I'm just a little girl from some island. I feel invisible next to them. Are you worried I run off somewhere? Well, yes. That's adorable, Kaze. He suddenly held me tight, Being hugged in public, my face nearly burst into blushing flames. Remember, you're the first person I've fallen in love with, right? Yes. Back in the mainland, no matter how many glamorous women I saw, I didn't fall for any. Do you really think I'd fall for them now? Mm. Yeah, I'll give you an apple candy, so cheer up, all right? Using his grip, Asagiri held out a bright red candy apple in front of me. What am I, a child? Of course not. You're you, and I'm treating you specially. His lips gently came to mine. In public. My embarrassment, however, melted away before his easygoing smile. Remember how special you are to me, Kaze. And to me, Asagiri was painfully special too. And as that affection set my heart aflame, I looked at his happy, beautiful face from the side, resolving to become more accepting. All right, next up is date scenario. Let's see what that brings. Date, the scent of cherry blossoms. It happened one morning in Asagiri's room, after we had spent the night together. The morning sun's brilliant rays beamed on my eyelids, waking me up. And when I did, I saw Asagiri at work at the writing desk. He has a writing desk where? Asagiri? Kaze, you're up? I am. What are you doing? Oh, I'm putting a little incense together. Incense? He must be talking about the scent he was always wearing. Did you know there are two types of incense going around lately, Kaze? Did you know that there are two types of incense going around lately, Kaze? There's the type you burn and the type you put on yourself. And you gave me the type you put on, right? Right. What I'm making here is the normal incense you burn. Because I really want to give you some more. He gave me one of his trademark soft smiles and gave an air of sweetness to the room. Oh, thank you. I'd love some. I was a little disappointed, but I couldn't think of anything better to say to show my appreciation. But still, Asagiri smiled, looking glad. The cherry blossoms are blooming around now, right? So I figured I'd make some incense from those. My, how wonderful. Elegant, isn't it? Oh, and every tree has a different scent to it, too. It's pretty interesting. It certainly sounds so. And you must be quite good with your hands to make some yourself. I like crafting things. Also, the stuff you can buy from the merchants all smell the same. Oh, I know. How about we go out flower watching? A scouting trip to find flowers that make good incense. Are you allowed to leave, though? Oh, they won't mind. We can do whatever we want in Yoshiwara as long as we're back by noon. Reassured by Asagiri, we left Ohgiya together. And then we went out to look for cherry blossoms. Retreats in Yoshiwara held no real surprises. Ultimately, we ended up relaxing at the shrine, gazing at the cherry blossom trees around it. They sure are beautiful. They really are. You know, the cherry blossoms you'd see outside really are different. So, Kaze, how about a cup? Huh? With a mischievous grin, Asagiri pulled out a bottle of sake. Where the heck did he get that? I figured we need some drink to go with the flower watching. But if you go and drink before work, don't worry about it. Let's enjoy a bit together, yeah? Asagiri pulled a cup from his pocket and handed it to me. Then without asking, he started to pour sake onto it. You know, I have work today too, right? Your head will clear up before then. Actually, no. Being tipsy puts you in a good mood. You'll probably give even better service. Oh, there you go again. I spoke out exasperated, but seeing Asagiri's smile meant I had to drink with him. I really had a soft spot for the man. Look at how beautiful the cherry blossoms are, Kaze. It makes me wonder which of you are more beautiful. While whispering sweet nothings to me, Asagiri caught me off guard and made me drink. Oh, bad. The tilted cup touched my lips and poured sweet sake into my mouth. Heat overtook my throat, and after I let out a stunned breath and blinked, I saw... What'd I see? Asagiri's face right before me. A little drink makes you all the more alluring. His wet lips came upon mine. The unexpected kiss had my chest tightened. Seeing him giggling away as usual, laughing with his eyes, I couldn't help but find him adorable. Having a little drink in you and dropping your guard just a bit. I just love that side of you, Kaze. Asagiri, drinking too much in the afternoon isn't very... You're still set on saying that. I... His fingers ran across my lips, and electric currents running up my spine followed them. Come on, Kaze. When you're around me, be more sloppy, lax. Just a bit, yeah? Why all of a sudden he's into saying yeah? I think if I'm around you, I end up being a bad girl. Well, sometimes when you're with me, just when you're in the pleasure house. Wouldn't it be fun to try being a bad girl? Somewhere in the back of my head, I agreed. Just a little bit would be all right, right? Just a little bit? Kaze, have some? All right. Of course. Even when I resisted, I always ended up like this. I would do as Asagiri wished. Kaze really is the cutest. Asagiri said to no one in particular as he looked up at the cherry blossoms. The wind blew, bringing the blossoms floating down. As I saw a sheet of pink descend upon Asagiri, I found myself remembering that day. It's just like back then. Back when? The first day I came to your room when you showered me with flower petals. Oh, I remember that. Back then, your face was shining so innocently, but you were but a child. Well, I was really happy. You sure seemed it. I was. It was the first time someone had done something like that for me. So you couldn't forget me from then, could you? You did that to stop me from forgetting you? Yeah, I didn't want you to forget me. I want you to always remember me. Someone who lives in a pleasure house needs to be remembered, you know. Well, even if you had done that, you would have remembered me. Of course. How could I forget him? There was no one quite as beautiful, no one quite as charismatic as Asagiri. You know, Kaze, me too. When I saw you covered in petals, I thought I'd never forget you. You too, Asagiri? Of course, you're so beautiful. How could I forget? Those eyes of yours are shining so innocently. Asagiri plucked one of the falling petals and put it into the sake cup. Sake, not sake. A little patch of pink floated above the clear alcohol without a care in the world. But cherry blossoms are beautiful, and so are you. He downed the whole cup. With a flower? And then I realized what he did. He surprised me with a kiss yet again. This time he didn't simply place his lips on mine. He tried to open my lips with his wet tongue. And with no will to resist, I loosened my lips, and was greeted with a torrent of sake pouring into my mouth. The sake and Asagiri's tongue danced upon mine. He painfully wrapped his on mine, but licked away. And amidst that, I could briefly feel the texture of the petal between our lips, so I was right, he had the petal. I could feel, too, a sweet scent wafting around my mouth. It was probably Asagiri's scent. It was more than enough to bring drunkenness to my heart. And as I nearly melted into sweet emotion, hey, Kaze, I was breathing heavily when his lips parted from mine. As he let out a heated breath, too, Asagiri talked to me as he rubbed me with his nose. Double cherry blossoms are very sobering, you see. So maybe you'll be able to keep you drinking a secret when you get home. Really? Well, I don't know if it's true or not. Let me know next time we meet. Wait, you mean this is a double cherry blossom tree? Probably. It is or isn't it? It probably isn't. Oh, Asagiri, you just keep teasing me. Sorry, guys, you're just so cute. I can't help myself. Oh, don't get so mad. You'll make me sad. Sad? Yeah, really sad. More importantly, how about telling me your favorite cherry blossom flower? Huh? Well, there's different kinds, right? So I want to know the flower, the scent you like best. My favorite? I liked... Because if we keep this up, I'm liable to forget why we came out here. Oh, right. We were looking for some nice smelling cherry blossoms. Oh, right. But you were so much prettier than the flowers, I couldn't keep my eyes off of you. Oscar really had a way with words. but it was a little nice to be strung along by him like that. So, which is your favorite? I I don't know terribly much about scents. Really? Really? But if I had to choose, yeah, I like the scent you're always wearing, Asagiri. Since I felt like I was confessing to Asagiri, I could my heart overtake by a damp heat. Do you now? I'm glad to hear it, but all right, I'll give you this. Huh? From his pocket, Asagiri produced a tiny cloth bag. It's a bag of scent I always use. Oh, well, I thought the scent had suddenly gotten stronger. I brought my bag to nose it and took a sniff of the bag. Wow, it really is. If you've got this, then you can always have my scent on you. Oh, thank you. I wrapped it gently in my palms and held it to my chest filled with joy. Oh. Will you remember me with this? Of course I will. Thank you. Well then, shall I escort you to the gate? Asagiri stood up. Though I want to stay with him like this. Just as always, time marched motionlessly away, and it was time to part. But now, I had his incense in my hands. So, just a little more cheerfully than usual, I was able to say goodbye to Asagiri. Oh, sweet. I liked it. Did we eat the cherry blossom, though? Oh, our first meeting with him. Oh, those days. I love that chapter where it was just two. We had that one, and then we had this one following right after. I was like, oh my god. And the jacket. No wonder I couldn't figure out if he was wearing a jacket, because it didn't look like he was actually wearing it. More like it just dripped over his shoulders at the time. That's what it looked like to me anyway. He didn't have many pictures either. But they were cute. I like them. I still wish the wedding picture was a little further back. We're all up in their business. Alright, well that's all the extras for Asagiri. So I'll see you guys in the next episode that we have coming up, which will be with Gakuto. We'll be starting his chapter 1 next time. Alright, I'll see you guys then. Bye guys. Kaze out.